Hey YouTube, I'm back from China. Look, I got myself a telecaster. This be a Fender made in USA telecaster. Made in USA in China. Serial number, Fender branded tuners. Interesting, it's got an all access neck on it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Tortoiseshell scratch plate. It's got binding on the top, but I don't know if it's going to pick it up there. It's kind of like abalone type binding. Just a little bit more interesting than your usual affair. Yep, so I smuggled this back in a suitcase from China. It was very cheap, and I've just put it back together again. So this will be your chender. I don't know if they call it that. I'm pretty sure I saw this very guitar on AliExpress, so you can pick it up. It did need I took it to bits, put it back together again. The strings on it that you get on these guitars are totally unusable. They're just pish. So it's now got rotos on it, and I did a wee bit of filing. There was a few rough edges kind of kicking about the scratch plate in particular. You've got to take it to bits to get the plastic coating off the scratch plate anyway. You know, the sort of, what do you call it, the protective film. And it's like, if you often see it in guitars, you always see it in cheap Strats where the people didn't take, if you don't take the knobs off and the screws out, you just left the wee frilly bits of plastic around it, all that. So I just take it to bits anyway. Yeah, so this is pretty standard stuff. I tried to buy something a little bit more normal. So this it's actually it's got a contour there as well, like the way a Strat would. It's still got a flat top. So I don't know if this is actually a copy of any specific Fender model. I've not seen it. Those sort of cheesy, interesting things make it a little bit more interesting than normal stuff. The serial number, interestingly, is absolutely identical to what is on the other the other telly I bought. And what happened with that one was I asked for it without a logo. Last year I got a telly and they said, do you want a logo or not? And this one I said, no, I don't want a logo on this one. And I think all they did was sand it off, which doesn't look that good. So I didn't bother asking when I bought this one. I just said I didn't see anything at the logo. So there you go. It's got. I don't think that's in the right place for a Fender one. I don't know. I just still don't really understand why you'd want one that said Fender on it. Why not just have a guitar? The guitar itself's good. I think it's a negative point. It's got all the Fender stuff on it. Yeah. So it's like this is just stock as is. Pickups, volume control, all that. So let's pick up both on. Hey, so it's actually pretty good telly. I've obviously not been playing the guitar very much for a week, getting quite into it there. But I mean, the tuners aren't very good on it. They're a bit crunchy. But in saying that, once they're tuned, they're not moving. It seems to be playing in tune quite well. I'm playing using a hard pick, pretty much thumping it. But it's totally got, I think there's something about buying these guitars from, like you're buying a telecaster, there's not an awful lot in a telly. So there's not an awful lot to get wrong, so it's dead easy to get it right sort of thing. You know, the bridge is just solid, the way I figured if it's not the right place you can move it. It's through strung, you know, like the metal ferrules in the back. Pretty simple, 3 saddles. And there's not very much to get wrong in a telly. And it just, to me it just seems like a telly. The nut, let's be honest, isn't lovely either. It's actually well cut to the right size. This arrived playing well as well as you can with really shit strings. It arrived playing well and set up to a reasonably accurate. I've not really adjusted the saddles, and intonation was alright as well. It was a wee bit raggedy round about the edges on the nut, so I just kind of sandpapered it a wee bit, but I didn't actually have to adjust the height of the grooves, if you know what I mean. So if you did buy one of these, that's fine. You know, it just looks a wee bit untidy. You can just do that, and basically this was kind of ready to go. If you're thinking of getting an AliExpress one, I was going to be thinking of selling this, but let's be honest here, I'm actually quite liking it. I do have quite a lot of tellies, but my excuse for keeping this one would be because it's just got a single coil pickup. Every other telly I've ever had or got has got humbuckers in it somewhere. This one's just got the neck, and I just don't really like the neck pickup in a telly, but I feel I should. It's sort of too bassy and fuzzy and not loud enough. I always like the 2 pickups on the ground. But the neck on this has got a really big flame to it, like you get on much cheaper guitars, but I think what's important is getting a nice glossy finish, and it does. And the fretboard ends are completely smooth. You know, that's one of the things you always say in videos. You know, it's like, oh, if you buy a cheap guitar, you know, you can cut your fingers on the fret ends. They've all been smoothed really well. What I think they did, if you look at it, you can sort of see there's a bit, the corner is off the finish as well, so you could technically say it's got rolled edges. I think what they did was they just filed the whole bastard a lot, you know what I mean? So it's got smoothed over edges also, and while they were doing that, they just cut the ends of the frets. But they're all pretty good, and aside from basically just going round and, you know, trimming, just with a nail file, a few wee bits of the scratch plate, and, you know, a few wee odds and ends, pretty good. It could really have done with, if you're importing these, you know, you could spend half an hour on each one, and it would just make them lovely. They just look so much nicer. Okay, so I've been talking for ages on this. Get back to playing my telly. And I guess the high access thing does make it a little bit easier to get up there. Oh, and I have to say, I didn't have to do anything with the frets in this either. So I didn't do any levelling. The one I did last year, I think I had a couple of high frets, I had to do a bit of polishing. These are pretty good, and as you heard when I was playing up high, it's the first time any of these frets have ever been played, so and they're great. I'm sure the one I bought last year actually had some sort of coating on the frets. You know, they looked pretty knackered, but actually it was just some sort of anti-rusty type bit of plastic on it, so you had to kind of clean them off. Rock on! I've got so many guitars. I came back, there was 2 guitars sitting here when I looked in. I was like, totally forgot I had them. Rocking.